Oh, that coffee is good. But I gotta run. Alright, good morning everybody. We are well into midwinter now, as you can see. And yeah, it continued to snow right through the night. And when I got up this morning, there was all the area that we'd already salted was covered with snow. We were up quite early because there was a couple of things we wanted to do this morning. Even before we fed the animals, certainly one thing we need to do before we fed the animals. We also did this yesterday. It was a bit of fun. I made a little snowman, as you can see. It's a snowman. Yeah, why not? But yeah, so let me come. So yeah, I've not salted everything. Stuff that the roads that we cleared yesterday, because we'd already, they were clear when it covered again. It was only one layer, so the normal salter was able to clear that. But I did have an area to clear this morning for which the normal salter would not do the job, and I had to go and get the specialised one, which also melts the grass. So yeah, I'll show you what that is in a minute. So you might remember that, let me just slow down because it is still a bit slidey even though we've cleared the roads, that I think it was yesterday, everything seems to be going so quick just now. We were at the dealers, we were having a meeting up there at their offices. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the buy points that we have down here on the farm, they're the company with whom we've got the contract with for them. And they just keep them stocked up, and then we just pay for whatever we use. So we were speaking to them yesterday because we were after another product which we have been buying from the store, but we can only get it in pallets. And okay, we can buy quite a few pallets, but it's a bit expensive doing it that way, and the store can only get in so many pallets at once because that's all they've got space for. You know, we can pre-order it, but even pre-order it, you know, there's only so much we can get. So we had a word with the company and we asked if it would be possible for them to place a buy point for this product, and they said, yep, we can do that, but you're going to have to clear the ground of the snow, and we can get that done, you know, pretty much ASAP. We've got one, we just need the contractors to bring it over, they can put it in, and it can be there for you tomorrow, basically. We're like, oh wow, that's just great. So we got this morning, we got the new gadget, the snow melting, grass melting gadget, and yeah, we came up here. I'm struggling to get around that corner, and we got them to put in, and we cleared the snow so they could put in this machine here. Now hopefully I've got it in a place where I'm not going to, just hitting the side of it there, I think, the collision part, that I can get in. I might have to reverse that, because it is a wee bit tight, but, oops. You never saw that, right? Don't tell the coffee shop, although they are open. I can see what I'm doing. But anyway, I'll just reverse. So yeah, so hopefully this is now up and running. I think I'm under the trigger now, maybe not. I'm not there now. Yes, I am. And the only thing this sells is pig food. So you're going to see our money going down now. It's still cheaper. It still works out cheaper than what I would pay for a load this size at the store. And this load will do me most of the year. So you know, it's definitely worth. It's definitely worth us asking them to get it in, and the grass will hopefully grow back as it did the last time. But it is a bit ticked. But yeah. I can reverse into it. We couldn't get, for some reason or other they said they couldn't get it angled round any more than that, but you know, we could have, I suppose that there was a possibility of moving this, but again that was just going to make things too awkward. So yep, Yeah, that's all I need it to do. I just need it to fill it up, you know, however it does it, you know. So, yeah. There's another thing. Well, that's filling actually. There is another thing I want to show you. There was another thing I did this morning. You may see it off in the distance there, across in the village. So I cut a tree yesterday, and then and I came up to the village this morning to put it in, and the villagers have been out, and you know, they've collectively decorated it. I mean, it's just kind of stuck right on the ground. We just kind of dug a hole there and stuck it in. We'll need to re-gravel it later on. But yeah, I don't know if you could hear this, but listen. Isn't that just amazing what they've done with that? It's really cool. It's got little speakers just set up in amongst the tree there, and you can hear the song playing. It's just great. It's just such great fun. So yeah, that's finished filling up. So yeah, so you may have guessed we're into the holiday season by the tree. So tomorrow will be the day, and yep. It's I'll go. So today I'm going to be getting on with hay pellets. I sold them out yesterday. If I remember, I put up a screenshot to show you how much I got. Oh, this is not good driving, people. Okay. Ooh. It's very tight, and it's my own fault. It's tight. But right, and there's the snow back on again. So I'm quite likely that the roads will get covered eventually. Although it's not looking like it's going to be on for as long. So we kind of hope that perhaps it's going to be reasonably. We'll see what happens. If it gets covered, it gets covered. So I did run round the roads this morning as well with the salt that we'd, just to re-clear them again very quickly. It's just a matter of safety, really, you know, for people driving on it, and ourselves included. Although I haven't had a chance to clear all the roads that I cleared yesterday, because I had cleared them around the factory as well. But yeah, so I might just go and quickly do that in a minute or two. But yep, there we go. So I haven't put up a tree myself. I just like to do the one at the village. It's quite nice. So you know, let's try and get round this. Topped that up with water this morning. There's that rumble of thunder again. It never snows, but it thunders here. So yeah, so once we've done this, we'll go and get the smaller truck. I say smaller truck, it's more powerful. The other truck with a smaller trailer on the back. and grab some more hay pellets and go up. I think the forecast has changed, as you've noticed, in terms of the economic one. But scroll, hay pellets. Yeah, it's not bad. So we might just get them sold, you know. Let's look at the actual price. Pallet sell point. We'll have a look. 592. So that was actually higher than it was the other day there. So it's actually not bad. So better close that before we're getting more snow on it. So I think what I'll do is I'll go up and sell the stock I've got there. Then we'll stop for lunch, and then I'll come back and get, I'll take some up, and then we'll go back and do some more this afternoon. But yeah, we've still to clean out the manure. I know I haven't done it. We've still got a couple of days left, and I will have to clear the snow from the. The thing is, the snow is now 2 layers deep. It's probably going to be three layers deep, and I'll end up melting the grass, and I'm not keen on melting the grass if I don't have to. I'll be back. I'll not be back. I'm going to the thing. I'm amazed. I do like my snowman though. It's pretty cool. It took me a good couple of hours last night trying to roll about in the dark, trying to do it. But yeah, it was worth it. Right, so we want, not pig food, I think we're going this way, hay pellets. So we've got 38,000 left, so a couple of truckloads left, which isn't too bad. We'll take one up so we can get on with some, and then the other one we will take up. What am I thinking? Yeah, a bit later. I'm just thinking I probably should just quickly salt the road up to the factory again, just to be safe, if I'm driving back and forth with a lorry, because it doesn't have chains on it or winter tyres as the truck here does. So I'll go and fill this up. This needs a wash as well. So I'll have to be thinking of getting that done the next couple of days or so. Probably not tomorrow, probably just at the end of winter, because otherwise it's just going to get covered in salt and stuff again. Right, let's take off cover, hit the button, and there we go. We have salt. Close the cover and slow it down a little bit. It does actually go. I tested this out, and it does actually give good cover even at slightly higher speeds, but because of the extra weight on the back, it tends to wobble a bit more, so it's another reason for not going too fast. But yeah, yep, here we go. Good stuff. So yeah, again, I'm doing this and it's snowing, but just feel that it's better to be safer, and it will keep the snow off the roads for a little while longer. If it snows again through the night, it might be covered by tomorrow, but I think today's the last of the snow as well, so I think when this stops, I think that might be it, if I was reading the weather forecast correctly earlier. We'll have a quick look. But yeah, because it came all the way around that road, I think. I don't think it'd gone round it. It certainly hadn't gone round the back of there. And we've still got, we will have to do it, is the sugar beet will need to get put into the biogas. But today is once more, I'm out salt, is once more pallets day, so yeah, it's nearly lunchtime, so it might be that we just get, like, speed up a bit faster than I should be, but then we're empty now. Ooh, I'm about to, I have spun this off the road in this weather. Thankfully I didn't roll, but we did spin. Just come back up here when it's dark and see how that looks actually. It is bonny. They have done a really good job of decorating it. They do it every year. I just provide the tree and, you know, they get all the decorating done, and they got it done really quick. But as I say, you know, pretty much the whole village chips in. A lot of them are off work now for the holidays, so yeah. One thing they aren't, and that is snowed in, because you've got the roads clear for them to get back out so they can get out onto the main road and stuff, so they're grand. I'm not going to do the stretch of the road, and I know, because I can't actually remember whether this is, yeah, I did do it yesterday, because otherwise you wouldn't be clearing it, but I just want to use this up here for now, and I need to be getting on. I can get these pallets sold and get the others done. I'll just quickly do that bit as I'm coming in there. Right, so turn that on. I mean, I kind of only did this roughly yesterday, as you'll probably see. I didn't really, I don't think I really went into there. I just got it done and ready for me to come up. Start doing this. Okay, so back, we'll grab the truck, come up, empty the truck, and go back down and grab some lunch, and then, yeah, very quick lunch. We'll just grab 20 minutes, half an hour tops. I think we'll have lunch today, just because I just really want to start getting these pallets shifted, and yeah, it could very well be, I'll just quickly do this bit, springtime before I get that manure moved. And to be honest, actually, I might be as well waiting till springtime now until I sell the beef cattle off, and then just do it all, as I will be doing anyway, because I clear it out, and it's not that far away, to be honest, so it might just be, we'll see how we go, but that might just be what we end up doing. Okay, right. Doing okay for eggs. I'll probably move that box into the other a bit later. Right, here we go. And we're still okay for straw, and I think we're going to be not too bad. I think I put 3 of the large ones into the beef cattle today, because they're pretty much going through 2 to 3 of those a day. So, but I need them to hold off until after. I mean, I'm just hoping that it's got enough until I sell them, and then if I need some to get for the dairy cattle and for the others coming back again, to be fair, then I will get some straw in. But yeah. it should do us through till early spring when I can sell the beef cattle at the very least. Right, there's these ones from the other day there. So the price is holding steady. I mean, I prefer it above 6. Can't remember if I said to you when I first got this, the factory and all the equipment and the thing that we use in the field for pelletising the piece of machinery. We were, pushing about £1 million mark in terms of load. And at that point, we were getting, probably about twice as much, if not more, than for pellets and hay pellets particularly, than what we get now. But I think the market became quite saturated. I'm going to see if I can leave this in here for a minute. No, I'm going for my lunch, that's what I'm doing. The snow's blowing in through. The market became quite, saturated quite quickly. But we were lucky enough that, when we came in when we did, we just cleared this road, didn't we? It's already covered in snow again, and that means all the roads are going to be covered in snow again. Oh well, never mind. If I get time later this evening, I'll try and get them. We'll have a look at the forecast in a second, because I'm sure it's due to stop. I was just hoping that I wasn't going to have to salt them again today or before the end of the year, because I was thinking, be grand, once the snow stops, it'll be fine, the roads will be clear, but we've got more snow, people, and so the slight waste of time, the way I think doing what we just did to try and get this done before lunch. Let's have a look at the forecast while we're in the truck. You see, it's going to stop this afternoon and then it's pretty much off. You might get a bit of sleet early spring today. It's tomorrow. Might get a bit of sleet late tomorrow, but it should be fine after today. Okay, I'll go out later. Hopefully by then it will be stopped. I'm just going to park up here, jump in, try and, I just remember when I'm driving lorries I need to give myself a bit more space. What my mirrors are for that I never use. Right, I'm going to go have a bite of lunch and then, I'll be back. It is bonny though, it's certainly bonny. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Right, onwards and upwards. We'll get this up to the, it's a very quick lunch, I have to say. So I still had plenty of soup, homemade soup left over, so I just grabbed a quick bowl of soup. And a couple of Eccles cakes, and that was me. I really like Eccles cakes. I was introduced to Eccles cakes by a very good person. So, and if they're watching, they know who they are. So thank you for that. Right, we haven't got, see, I keep forgetting my timer. We haven't got an awful lot of time left. So we'll get this up, offloaded. Unless I've really misjudged the time, but because we normally get about 4 hours. Oh, wait a minute. We might actually have double what I think we've got left. This is what happens when I don't hit buttons when I should be hitting buttons. Okay, let's assume then that... Did I shut the door? I don't even remember shutting this door. Snow just blows around in there. There we go. So that's the last of them. I did think about selling some of them off loose, but it's fine, it's fine. I will sell off what's out there at the moment, and maybe what's left here I'll keep for a couple of days. Now I'm going to put this outside, and unfortunately it is going to start filling up with snow, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. So hey, let's shut that door and open this one, and we can get started on this. But I'll first of all need to take these off. In fact, I'm going to, if I'm going to sell them, I'll use the telehandler, because with this I can actually pick up a couple at a time, whereas the skid steer kind of struggles with that. Let me just, prices, I think they're holding steady, yeah. So if I sell all what's here, the prices might start to drop, and then I'll hold on to what else I've got until they start to come back up again. So yep, I just have to see how it goes. You know, I'm just thinking actually, I'm a wee bit worried about the recording time and how far off I am. Going under's fine, going over's not so good, because then I'm going to miss out the start possibly. So I'm going to take a few minutes, I think, pop back to the house and go onto my laptop there and just check out the recording time. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okie doke. Okay, so right, check the time, we're doing okay. So you're going to have to listen to my waffle for a bit longer, I'm afraid. It's worth a checking though. So, you know, when I was doing that, I was actually thinking, some of you might have been wondering, you know, especially in the winter time when I'm finishing it, not in the winter time, in the autumn time when I'm finishing at 1 AM and stuff like that, how I'm also managing to get these videos out. But I'm actually only just doing them now. So, yeah. So, although I'm putting them out sequentially, is that right? Numerically or sequentially? You know, one a day, I'm actually quite a bit ahead in the recording. So, yeah, that means that, you know, when I'm busy and I don't have time to do any editing and stuff, it means that I can do it now in the winter when I'm not so busy, and I've got time in the evenings just to sit down and do it, which is grand. I should have maybe just, right, so timer is on, timer is running, timer is good. Me, not so good. Okay, so right, these ones, as I say, I'm just going to sell them, because I've got to try and get these pellets finished in the next 2 or 3 days. Yeah, I am just going to leave them in here now until mid-spring, when I actually sell the cattle. Which is pretty much what I did last year, to be honest, as well, as you noticed. So, you know, brings in a bit of extra money. So yep, this thing does go a bit wonky sometimes. This is my favourite telehandler though. To be fair, it's pretty much the only one I've used, but I've enjoyed using this one so much I didn't want to use any more. Okay, let's see, against the deck, it's not bad, we'll take that. As I say, I've seen better. I can't remember where I was up to when I was talking to you about, you know, when I first laid this out and the prices and that. even though I just went back and I looked through the videos that I'd done earlier today, the recording of clearly I was spending time listening to it all because I was just trying to figure out timeline of it rather than actually what I'm waffling about. But yeah, so I can't even remember if I started, if I finished, or where I was on that. But basically, anyway, so apologies if I am about to repeat myself. But I think I was saying when I first got this, you know, this setup basically, and the cost, you know, and the loan we had to take out to get it. Yeah, initially we were getting 2-3 times as much for hay pellets in particular, and then I think the market just got flooded because everybody was seeing just how much they were going for because it was quite a new concept, and suddenly, you know, everybody started, you know, buying stuff and getting in and doing it, and so the price, of course, has dropped quite a bit because, you know, there's far more supply than there is demand now, or, you know, not far more, but, you know, there is more supply for the demand. So, you know, the prices have dropped quite a bit. But we were lucky in that because we did get in just, I mean, not late, but probably, you know, just in time, basically, that, you know, in our first couple of years, I think we managed to make back most of the money that we'd borrowed from the bank, just on doing hay and straw pellets alone, because the money was phenomenal, you know, back then. So, yeah, we made a chunk. Now, though, because it's dropped so much, I mean, I think I find that straw pellets are still, in terms of, you know, buying and, you know, selling straw, whether that be bales or loose straw, I tend to find that the straw pellets still make quite good money compared to, you know, selling it in bales or loose. But hay, no. I'm as well taking that grass and silaging it because I'll get more money for it that way now. But my dilemma then is, you know, do I keep all this equipment? You know, I mean, because if I sell it, it's going to make a loss. You know, we're not going to get a lot of money back for it. Maybe for the pellet machine it might not be too bad, but the buildings and the equipment in there, probably not. So, yeah, I'm sure you've heard me speak about this before, and just, yeah, thinking about the future, I think for now, you know, because it will mean having to move to something else in the winter, such as poplar. And if we do that, it's going to require more than just me sticking around here in the winter. And it's certainly going to require me getting more staff in. I'm actually looking forward to getting new staff and at least one new member, because I've not had a holiday for quite some time now. You know, as I tend to cover the farm and the odds and ends that we have to do over the winter so that the staff can all get their holidays, and of course, so yeah, I think if we get another member of staff, I might actually be able to, in the summer when it's maybe, you know, just before harvest time, I'll leave them to mow the grass, etc., and just go for a couple of weeks of holiday. You know, so I think it'll be quite a good thing. So yeah, but this, I don't know how long we'll keep this for, but I suspect at some point this will go, and we will move into something else to make money over the winter. Or we'll just do the animals and not bother with anything else over the winter. There's always that option as well, I guess. But we'll see. But certainly if the price of the hay pellets drops any lower than what it currently is, then yeah, we would probably look at just pulling out. And I suspect we won't be the only one. And of course, the irony of that is if people start pulling out of doing this, if the price goes too low and it becomes less viable for them to do so, then the supply will drop, and then and then the money might go up again for them. But yeah, so those that are left in the market will actually probably do okay. That was not good. That was not good at all. Hold on a sec. Hopefully that's going to fix itself. There we go. As well. My dancing telehandler. This is the very reason why I still have this telehandler. Because it does such amazing things like that. Okay. So, clearly you won't get to see the end of me doing this, but then again you've seen me doing it often enough already to know what like it is. Let me just move that JCB out my way so you know pretty much what it entails. I might do a little bit of a close-up of the innards a bit more. I think I don't know if you've properly had a chance to see what it can do. It does mean I'm going to have to break the odd health and safety rule. Just don't tell anybody, okay? Keep it between us, we'll be grand. Quickly put a couple of loads in here, and then I'll have a look, see. So I can't remember, I've left the lorry back down at the farm because it was just going to get filled with snow if I left it out there, so clearly I just brought the truck up. The 4x4, it's fine. And I will probably try and get back out later and get the road salted again. I'm hoping that it's not going to be, but I am going to wait this time until it stops, which is supposed to do in a couple of hours, but yeah, so it may be dark by the time I'm going around, but that's fine. And one more, I think. I might not get a full one, but we'll see. So maybe it stopped, but maybe the wind stopped a bit because the snow is not blowing around in here so much as it was, and the door's open. Going through it quite quickly at the moment actually, so I'm probably going to do another one. I will get you, we've got a few minutes, so chance to see it's going in quite quickly. Right, I'll tell you what, well, I'll get the other one in a minute. I do need to, if I'm going to show you this. This is the bit that don't tell anybody about. Right, so yeah, as it comes up here, it drops into this hopper here, and then it goes down and fills the bag. I don't know if you can see that, but it is slowly, the level's slowly starting to drop there. See if I can come a bit closer. Give it a minute. Yep, just a little bit at a time, it's just going down. So, come down here. So it does, goes in there, comes down there, and then comes down and fills these little, fills up a little bag, and then that seals it. Comes on the conveyor belt here. And you see that it's hay pellets. It's quite cool. There's a possibility if I shut up I could do a little slow motion at some point, but will be a very short slow motion video if I do one, and it'll depend on the time. So yeah, you come up there and then you go to, now it's probably easier to come around here and show you. Yeah, there's this machine here, and it alternates how they go, so the ones will go that way, then this one will go, so then it'll do 3 turned in and 2 push down, and these 2 come in, and it'll just let them come in just as they are, and that goes on to the pallet. So this one, this time it goes the opposite way, so these 2 will come in straight as they are, and then it'll turn the next 3. It's a really good piece of kit, you know. So let me just sneak back out of here, and yeah, so they go on, the pallet fills, and then as they go along there they get shrink wrapped somehow or other, and the magic of shrink wrapping, and then this pallet here will slide into there, and this gadget will drop down another pallet here ready to go in there. So yeah, you maybe just see that in the momentum. And there's the stop button there, which we find out how to use. And we're going to be fuel pallet. Yep, that goes off. You can see that comes forward. That'll get shrink wrapped just as it turns up there, and that's it. So there we go, that's the gubbins of the machinery and the process. So yeah, so now then we are going to say goodbye to folks, and we hope you've enjoyed watching today's video, and of course, you know, clearly you know, I'm going to have to go and salt the roads again today for a second time today. You know, I need it done this morning anyway, but the ones around here, around the factory area, I could have just left it, but I realised they were about to get covered again. But there we go, that's what happens. As I say, it's going to stop probably shortly, and then we'll be able to get them cleared. So thanks for watching anyway, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye folks.